All right, so it says that I'm live. Let's actually find out. Do me a favor, give me a big warm hello in the chat. So I am Bill McIntosh. I am the host of our show today, and I'll be going through some awesome bonus training that is a preparation, a warm-up for our Just 4 Hours challenge. We're going to be spending an hour a day starting tomorrow, and we're going to build a business together. And today is a little bit of an early sneak peek, and we're going to be talking and diving in about what niche market you should be going after. And I want you to walk away with confidence so that you understand how you're going to make money and what your business is going to be that we're going to launch together. And maybe you already know what your niche is, but we're going to help you have new regained confidence about what you're going to be doing as we dive into our workshop tomorrow. So first, let me check here. I see lots of hellos out there. And so I'm glad to see you today. Glad you made it here. I got a pretty good audience tuning in, so I'll love to see that. And then, of course, we have chat going, so you can definitely ask questions as we go along. I'll be going in and out of chat so that I can pay attention to the content I'll be delivering to you. And I'll be doing dedicated sections for Q&A. So we're going to do some training, and then I'll take a break. We'll do some Q&A, and then I'll do a little more training, and then we'll do some more Q&A. So I'll try to be doing it in targeted little focused times. I'm happy to see everybody here, and the audience continues to grow. So that looks awesome. Awesome. By the way, where is everyone at? Let me know, where in the world are you? I think we have a pretty good international audience. I know there's a lot of people here in the US, but where are you at in the world at the moment? I see Holiday, Florida. Let's see, anybody else speaking up? Where are you at? Where's everybody at? We got Montana, Colorado, Indiana, Oregon, Florida, Missouri, Long Island, Virginia, Montana. Somebody from home. Alberta, Canada, Denmark. Okay, there we go. Getting a little bit of our international audience here with Canada and Denmark so far. Oh, there we got Trudy in the UK, Sally in Rhode Island, Lawrenceville, Georgia, Oregon. I'm not even going to pronounce something in Tennessee. Murfreesboro, and hopefully I got that right. Toronto, Canada. Oh, a fellow Californian. Somebody from Los Angeles. Awesome. Got some neighbors here. And another one in the UK. Fantastic. The Sonoran Desert outside Tucson. Oh, that's cool. Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you for telling me. I see Houston. I see Boston. Okay, a lot of U.S. people. We do have some international people here, though. Rocky Central Oregon, Holland. Okay, there we go. Holland is another international one. New Zealand. I see Sweden. I see South Africa. Okay, awesome. All right, good. Portugal. Okay, so we do have a pretty good international audience after all. So thank you, everybody. A little coffee here, and then we'll get things started. Okay, so just to recap where we're at, this is a special pre-day that we are doing. It is in anticipation of what kicks off tomorrow. We're going to be doing a workshop, and we have. Don't know if you guys can hear, my dogs are very excited about the workshop, but we have a workshop that kicks off tomorrow. This is a little bit of early access bonus content for that. That's what this is all gearing up towards. So I'm going to share my screen real quick, and we shall do a little presentation. And let's see. I guess I'll do it this way. Let's see if you guys can read this way. So what I'm going to do, we're going to go full screen, and we're going to get started there. Let's go back to full. Oh, you know what I should do? I should publish this project. Let me publish it real quick. This will make it easier. Which, by the way, I built this in Buildy. So the presentation I'm about to give you is built in Buildy. We're all going to be using Buildy together over the coming week. That's what the training's all about. So let me just load up the project all by itself. That'll probably help make sure it stays stable. There we go. And we'll open it up, and there we go. So today is all about choosing the perfect niche market. That is the entire concept. And as we go through this today, and that looks a little small, so I'll try it this way. We are going to be choosing the perfect niche market for you. This is something that I think is really, really important. And my machine just restarted. Isn't that awesome? I think it's time for me to buy a new computer. So, but I am still here, right here. Let me just get this restarted. Very frustrating when this thing goes down in the middle of a broadcast. But we're going to be going through the perfect niche market for you. That is the entire point of all of this, is that there isn't a generic, trendy, one-size-fits-all niche or niche, depending on where you are in the world. Everybody has a unique situation, a unique set of skills, a unique set of knowledge, and every niche should be tailored to you if you want to succeed with your business. That's the way the whole thing works. So I lost my presentation while my other machine reboots here, so we'll give that a moment. But that's the point, is I'm going to walk you through today why this is. Like, why is it so important that you find the right niche that fits you personally? And I've seen so many people get off at the wrong start with the wrong niche market, and then it's no wonder that they struggle as they try to grow that business. And this applies to all kinds of businesses, whether it's you're trying to make commissions selling products like with affiliate marketing, or if you are doing physical products, or perhaps you're doing information products where you're making courses and ebooks and trainings. All of these different business models, it is very important that you start out with the correct niche market. And I'm getting my presentation loaded back up here. And so that's what we're going to be covering. And this is, again, is in preparation for what's coming tomorrow with our workshop. And then now my other computer is here. So let me see if I can share my screen again. And pop, there it is. Okay. Now, hopefully my computer will not act up and keep rebooting today, but we can thank Microsoft for all the reboots that I get on my computer. All right. So I want you to build a business that you succeed in, that you have profits, you have revenue coming in, it fits you well, you have confidence in what you're doing. And by the time we're done today, you'll feel like you have confidence in your future path and your plan to go on to making revenue with your new business. That's my goal for you after by the time we are done. Now, I do want to remind everybody here, the content we're doing here today is in preparation for everything that kicks off tomorrow. Let me know in the chat. I'm going to check the chat panel here in a moment, but let me know in the chat who here is registered. Give me a yes or a not yet. Are you registered for the Just 4 Hours challenge? Pop into the chat and let me know yes or not yet. Have you registered? And that's where you register at it's just4hours.com, like you see on the screen there. And I can let me get that link. I'll pop the link out just in case anybody needs it. Okay. I do see a couple not yet, so let me get the link out there. And then I'm in YouTube Studio here, so I'll make sure I pin that. Oh, it looks like that's already pinned, but there we go. So I just pinned that up in the chat. So there we go. So you would go to just4hours.com, and this is our early day. And then tomorrow we dive into actually building your business. So the business that we decide what your business is going to be about today, and then tomorrow we begin to build it. And over the course of 4 days, we'll spend an hour a day together. And by the end of the 4th day, you can have traffic coming to your website and leads coming to your website And fingers crossed, I'll double finger cross, fingers crossed, you can actually even have a customer before the end of your 4th day. That is what I have planned for you in the Just 4 Hours workshop. That's free. There's no charge at all. Now, I do want full transparency. This is not some sort of weird like bait and switch thing. The tickets to the workshop are free, but we will be using Buildy. So if you're not familiar with Buildy, we're going to be using Buildy.ai to implement. So I'll be teaching you how to use that AI tool. And if you're not familiar with Buildy, it's an end-to-end entire stack of AI tools and agents designed to help you start, run, grow, and scale your business. Everything from building sites to sales funnels to stores to anything you need to build like that. But also it does your email marketing. It does your social media marketing. It does your paid ads. It does your content and your search engine optimization. It helps you rank in all the AI tools like ChatGPT. It's your full end-to-end solution, and it even can help you receive payments for the products that you want to sell. So we're going to be using that platform. I am the CEO of Buildy, so I just full disclosure. And if you've never used Buildy before, you can get a free trial. So I would encourage you, actually, you should do that right now. You should go claim your free trial. You can go to buildy.ai that you see on the screen there. In fact, I'll pop this into the chat. You can get, if you've never used Buildy before, if you're an existing customer, this doesn't apply, but if you've never used Buildy before, you can get a 10-day free trial. And we have a variety of plans here. I'll show you. Buildy is what I used to make this presentation that you see right here, by the way, was made with Buildy. But this is what it looks like, and it's got a bunch of really cool features, and you can talk to it. So like this. We'll allow this.
Hey there, Bill. I'm Buildy. I can help you build a website, run market research, set up marketing campaigns, and more. What are you working on?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you some questions and find out what can you help me with exactly? Like, in addition to building sites, what else do you do?
Great question. Beyond building websites and web apps, I can help with a few different areas. On the marketing side, I can create social media posts for Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and X, run meta ad campaigns, and set up email marketing sequences. I can also do market research, things like buyer personas, competitor analysis, and positioning strategy. I can also build voice agents that handle phone calls and text-based chatbots that can be embedded right on your site. Is there a specific area you want to dig into more?
So you could actually create and run my Facebook ads?
I can create them for you. The ad gets set up in a pause state so you can review it before anything goes live. You would activate it yourself from within your Meta Ads account. I handle the creative and targeting setup, but the final launch is in your hands.
And then what about social media? Could you like post to Instagram and Facebook and X and places like that?
Yes, I can create posts for all of those. For Instagram and LinkedIn, I can do either a single image post or a multi-image carousel. For Facebook and X, it's single image posts. The posts get saved as drafts with AI-generated images.
All right, now next I want to ask you about email. So could you create and run my entire email marketing too, like a sequence when someone becomes a lead and trying to get people to buy and everything?
Yes, exactly that. I can build out multi-step email sequences. So when someone becomes a lead, they automatically move through a series of emails designed to nurture them toward a purchase. I can also create broadcast emails for one-time sends. One thing to note, actually sending and scheduling broadcasts is something you do yourself in the dashboard.
Okay, I want to hang up on Buildy here for a minute, but you get the idea. I just want to show you real quick. So the workshop will be run with Buildy. We're going to use that voice feature a bit. Today, I'll actually be using that to help you pick your niche market. So you'll learn how Buildy can do market research for you. So we'll be using that a little bit later. But you can get a free trial. That's the point. And you will need it to follow me along in the upcoming 4 days. So you just, again, go to buildy.ai, get your 10-day free trial. If you haven't, if you're a new customer, you'll be offered that. And you'll be able to follow along, implement, get results before you ever have to pay a dime. And if you're not happy with Buildy for any reason, you just cancel. So before the 10 days are up, just cancel. You won't be charged anything. So you'll be able to attend the workshop for free, use Buildy for free. And if it's just not, working for you, then no problem. Just cancel it and you will not be charged. But you will need it to do the training. Okay. And then we'll be doing that together every day. We're going to start tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific time. That's 5 p.m. Eastern. And just like the time today, be the same time. But you must register. So today's session is a public session. Tomorrow's is private. And if you do not register, you will not be invited to tomorrow's training and you'll miss out on the next 4 days worth of free training. So make sure you go register at just4hours.com, like the link I pasted in there earlier. I'll put that in one more time and then we'll get on with the training today. Let's see, there it is, just 4 hours. I'll pop it back out there. There it is, just 4 hours. I'll pop it back out there. Oops. There we go. Got too many tabs going here. So that's where you register, and that would be where you get access. And then I'm going to get into the training. I'll just share my screen again. Go with this one. We'll go back to here. Go back full screen. And then it looks like the audience is built up. We're at a really good place. So now I'm going to dive in and we're going to get started with today's training. Just give me a quick second here. I know we'll take a very quick little break here. Give me just 1 second. We shall get started. A lot of questions about Buildy. So I will do those. I didn't want to make this all about Buildy today. So I'm going to do the training about picking your niche market, and then I'll dive in and answer. I see a lot of questions about about Buildy, what it does, all the features, and we're going to spend 4 days together going over it. So it does everything you need. You won't have to buy any other outside tools. It registers your domain names. It does all your email marketing. You just have buildy.ai. You sign up there, get your free trial, and it will have every single tool you need to launch and get all the way through to making money without having to use anything else. There's no other tools, nothing else required. Just sign up, get your free trial, and then you'll be introduced. There are so many features that we'd sit here. I could do an hour show just trying to go through all of the features. So yeah, but we'll do more Q&A about Buildy in a minute. Okay, cool. Now let's continue. So we're talking about a niche or a niche market, depending on how you say it. And I want to define that a little bit. And here, I'm going to go back to a bigger screen so you guys can see this well. Because what is a niche market in the first place? It's almost like if you were thinking about targeting, like if you look at this example here, okay, you have a big, broad circle on the outside, okay? That would be called mass market. And this would be, let's say something like, I want to serve pets. Pets would be a big mass market, very broad, very general niche. But if we really want to quote unquote niche it down, we have to go smaller. And a niche market is something that there's a lot of bad advice on. I've seen people giving advice to go for big, broad niche markets, like go for the pet market. And I'm sorry, that's too broad. that's too big. You have a hard time appealing to anybody because you're trying to be all things to all people, and it just doesn't work. So you got to niche it down. But I've also seen bad advice going the other way, where someone will come in and they'll tell you you've got to go for these tiny little itty bitty niche markets that don't have any competition. Well, that's nonsense. Don't do that because you're limiting your future growth. You can have, if you do that, can you have a little itty bitty business? Yeah, you could. I don't know about you, but I don't want an itty bitty business. Okay. I want a business that can make me a lot of revenue. So what we have to find is the sweet spot in the middle, not the tiny itty bitty one. Like you might see the little dot right there in the middle of this graphic here. We want the one out here. See the one highlighted there in color. We want the one that's in the middle. It's almost like, in astronomy, they talk about the Goldilocks zone, right? If a planet is too close to the sun, it gets too hot and it can't support life. If it's too far away from the sun, it's too cold and it can't support life. But if you're in that little sweet spot, which luckily we are in planet Earth, then the temperature is just right. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for not too hot, not too cold, right in the middle. We want a medium-sized niche market. And there's an example here in the pet niche about what that might look like, right? So here, instead of saying you're in the pet market or even in the dog training market, instead we're here saying that we're going to serve urban dogs. So we're looking for urban dog owners. So people who have dogs that live in big cities. That's an example of kind of one of these medium-sized, it's kind of in the middle, not an itty-bitty niche. It's also not a really, really broad niche. We wouldn't want to say we're targeting people who own poodles who live in rural areas and have trouble with them biting people, right? That would be like going way too small down of a niche. So we find that middle spot right smack in the middle. Now, in this Goldilocks zone is that just right area where we can make good profit, where it's a market that is easy for us to get into. It's not too big and too broad, so we're too generic and too bland and we can't appeal to anybody. It's specialized enough where we can speak right to that target audience. They'll like what we have to say and they'll do business with us, but it's not so small that we can't make a big business that we can make a lot of profit with. Now, I get approached all the time of people looking for the quote unquote hot niche market. So what is the big hot niche market that I should go into that's going to make me a lot of money? And the answer to this lies in this weird word called ikigai. Okay. And we're going to talk about this for a minute. And I have a twist on it. I'm going to be, I've only shown one other time that I'm going to go into here with you. But who here has heard of ikigai? Give me in the chat. Give me a yes or a not yet in the chat. Have you heard of ikigai? Maybe you've heard it from me. I have done training on ikigai here on my channel on YouTube. So give me a yes or a not yet in the chat. Okay. And a good question here I saw about how do you find this middle ground? If we go back, we'll go back for a second here. How do you find the sweet spot? And that's exactly what I'm covering with you today. Okay. So follow along with me today and you'll see exactly how to find your perfect niche in the Goldilocks zone. That's the whole topic we're going to be covering today. Okay. A lot of yeses, a few not yets. Some of the yeses said they've learned it from me. So I'm glad I can take credit for that. So ikigai is a Japanese sort of strategy or philosophy, I suppose you could call it. It's very, very old, like 2,000 years old. Ikigai is a way of learning how to find yourself, how to find your place in life. Like if you're trying to find a career or trying to figure out what can you do in the world to make money and get paid. Okay. That's the idea behind it. And I love basing my training on ikigai because that's what we have to do. We have to find a topic, a group of people, or a hobby, or a profession that you personally at least like a little bit. You've got to like it enough to want to stick around and be involved with it. I do not recommend going into niches that you don't care about. I'm telling you from my history of coaching hundreds of thousands of entrepreneurs, that leads most people to failure. Can some succeed? Yes. But I'm telling you, for the vast majority, quit before they ever get to success. You do not want to pick a niche that is something that you're not personally at least interested in or that you like. You do not have to be an expert or a guru or know a lot about the topic that you choose as your niche market. You just have to like it enough. Now, if you're good at it, you're knowledgeable about it, it's something that you have a background in, great, that's even better. And so that's what Ikigai is all about. And I'm going to pull up a downloadable guide that I have. Let me just find it here. So Nick gave it to me earlier. There is the link. Here, I'm going to go here, and I'm going to post the link to this so you can download this guide that I'm about to show you, by the way. So here's a downloadable guide about Ikigai. I'll share the link with all of you. Everyone who registers for just 4 hours, I'm going to share that with you so you can download this and go into it in detail. But the main thing I want to show you is this graphic right here. And let's just go. I can't get it to zoom in, so here, we'll do this. I'm trying to zoom in on it. It is not cooperating with me. There we go. So there is Ikigai. And in it, we're going to be taking a look at 4 different things. We're going to be looking at what we love. This could also just mean what you like, okay? Doesn't mean you're necessarily good at it, but we're also going to look at what we are good at. So for you, you might have some very specialized knowledge in your profession. You may have information about how to succeed in your profession. You might have information about a hobby that you are good at. You might be good at a certain sport. You might be good at a game. You might be good at, there's all kinds of things that you might be good at that people around the world will pay to get help from you and to get products and services from you. And so we're going to first take a look at these 2 things. What are you good at and what do you love? And then I'm going to show you how to use a couple of AI tools to then cross-reference that with what the world needs and what we can be paid for, okay? And when you combine all 4 of these, you get Ikigai in the middle. So you can go into a niche market that you enjoy, that maybe you're good at to some degree. So you're at least curious or interested in becoming good at it. You're interested in it enough that you can stick with it, but the world needs it and they're willing to pay you for it. And that's what we're going to help you find today, is we're going to help you find your Ikigai in the middle. We're going to be using Buildy and another tool to help you do it. Now, again, if you would like this presentation, make sure right now, go to just4hours.com, just the number 4hours.com, and register for the workshop. I'm going to post this all throughout the workshop. We're going to be using School. So, by the way, here, let me go into School right now. And I got to approve some people. So we're going to be using School to go in here, and I'm going to post the download link so you can go download this deck when we're done. Okay. So only people that are in the challenge. So make sure you go register to just4hours.com. I'll post it in our School group, and I will give everyone access to it. Okay. Cool. Then, let's continue on. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to start with what you love to do. And you're going to be posting, you're going to make a list rather. So you can make a list on a notepad, if you want to physically write it, or you can use a digital note. Like I use Evernote to do this exercise myself. Maybe Notepad, Microsoft Word, Google Docs, whatever tool you want to use, you're going to make a list. And what are some things that you love to do? And spend some time thinking about this, because people make this way too difficult, right? Just don't put too much attention on making it perfect. Just make a list of stuff that you like. That's it. What do you like, right? Like I like my family. I like being a dad. I like some hobbies. I like a hobby called lapidary, right? It's cutting gemstones and making jewelry. Love that hobby. It's something I like to do. I love marketing. I love building businesses. Let me think of some other things I like as examples. I like collecting minerals and actual fossils. I like collecting ancient coins. There's another thing I like. So just make your list and, don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it. It doesn't mean it's like your favorite thing in the whole world. Just make a list of the stuff that you like in the world. And don't let the word love, get in the way either. Just it's how much do you like it? That's really it. And so spend some time thinking about that and write your list. And then in fact, you can do that right now as I continue to talk. Okay. So you'll write that list of what you love. And now, next, we're going to be thinking about the next slide as we go on to the circle number 2, what we are great at. And this is another one. People make this way more complicated than it should be. This is quite simple. What do you have a knack for, right? Like, okay, in the lapidary is an example. I cut gemstones. I make jewelry. That's a hobby of mine. I've won awards for that. So I could say I'm good at it, right? I kind of feel like I have a knack for it. I'm good at it. So I would put that on my list. I'm pretty darn good at building businesses. I've generated $100 million in revenue with my businesses. So I feel like I'm probably pretty good at that. So I would put that on my list. This is, again, a second separate list of what we're good at. And then maybe there's some things that you're good at that maybe you don't love it. Maybe you're good at it. Maybe it's a profession or a job that, maybe when you think about it as a job, punching a clock, you kind of don't like it so much, but you're really good at it. You might put this on the list, right? This is part of your what am I good at list. If you have ever been complimented for something, let's say you're an artist, right? And you're a little self-conscious about your art. You don't think it's that good, but somebody else compliments you about it. You have multiple people who have told you, wow, I love your art. I love the way you do this. Put it on the list. Even if you feel a little bit self-conscious about it, if you have received, multiple compliments, and I don't mean just like your mom told you, right? But if multiple people have told you that you are good or handy at something, and again, this doesn't have to be art. It could be cooking. Are you good at cooking? It could be, are you good at writing and creating poems? It could be, are you good at marketing in some way, making videos? Are you good at being on camera and being funny? Are you good at some aspect of your profession? So just make this list of the things that you feel that you are good at. Again, if you're self-conscious about it, doesn't matter. Toss that thought out and put it on the list anyway. Okay. I do see somebody asking me if I have any leverites. So that's an inside joke amongst rockhounds because, there's like all these different minerals. There's a mineral called fluorite and calcite, and so it's always got an ite at the end, right? So leverite, that's the rock that you lever right there, right? You just leave it there and keep going. So I don't actually in my yard, I have some leverites, but cool. All right. So make that list. You got 2 lists now. You have a list of the things that you love or like, don't have to be absolutely in love with them, things you like, and then a separate list over here of the things that you are good at. And in some cases, there's going to be some crossover. You might see some similarities between those 2 lists. If you do, then you could take those off the list and we're going to focus on them, right? So if you have something like for me, lapidary, I like to cut, again, that's a weird word, I know, but it means cutting gemstones and making jewelry. Okay. That's my thing. So I'm good at it and I like it. Awesome. So that would go on my main list to think about as a niche market. Okay. Also, I'm good at marketing. I'm good at building businesses and I like it. So I would take that off and put that on a list. So anything where you have there's some common, you like it some, and you're kind of good at it, make a new 3rd separate list. This 3rd list is going to become the candidates for your niche market. So we're going to find stuff that are going to be fulfilling to you, and you at least have some degree of liking. Okay. Now, if there is no crossover and you don't have things that you're good at and that you like, well, you know what? Then just grab a couple of them off the list, and you could make this be your final niche list. I'm gonna sneeze. Ugh. Oh, actually, I suppressed it. There it went away. So that's what we're going to do. Is we are going to make our final third list of the candidates for our niche market, and we're going to pull off of the what are we good at and the what do we love or like, especially if there's a combination of something that's on both lists that must go on your list of niches. Okay, and then I'm going to show you something. We're going to talk about what you do next, because some of the niches that might be some of the concepts on this new third list, they might not be money makers, right? So let's say I'll take my example of lapidary. If I really want to take an honest look at it, and if I did some research, if you followed my training that I'm about to give you, I would probably find out that lapidary is probably a small niche, doesn't have a lot of people in it, and it's probably not super commercially viable. Okay. So that might be an example of, as you do the research, the steps I'm going to show you next, you may uncover that it's maybe not a moneymaker. Because remember, if we come back to our diagram of Ikigai, we also need to be paid for it, right? That's one of the circles in this diagram. We need to be able to be paid for it. So if we love it, but we can't be paid for it, it's not our Ikigai, right? And it should not be your niche market. Also, if the world doesn't need it, that's another thing. So, I don't know, maybe if I'm really good at making bombs, okay, I don't know that the world needs new bombs, okay? As an example, right? That's kind of a silly example. That's just me personally. I know there's lots of people making a lot of money in the military niches, but that might be an example off the top of my head. So now I'm going to show you how to use AI to learn these two other things. Okay. And there's two tools I'm going to show you that you can use to do this. We're going to be taking our list now, and we're going to go over, and we're going to start with building. And we're going to have a conversation with building and have it do some research for us. So I'll show you some examples of how to do that in just a minute. Okay. And although Moondancer says they would pay for a lapidary class. So should I start a new business and teach people lapidary? Yeah. And I would say, though, if I'm looking at this and I saw that if I had my list, right? So if we take my list and I've got marketing, business building, and AI are on my list. I love all of those things. I'm good at them. And I have lapidary. Which one do you think is a hotter market that the world would pay for right now? Right? That's kind of a better way to look at it. We're going to look at our list, and we're going to look at the things on the list, trying to identify the thing that we love, we're good at, and the world is really willing to pay for it. That's the magic, right? If we can find that, that's where we have a business we love, we're passionate about, making lots of money. That's the dream, right? And so for me, that would be using, building businesses, doing marketing, and using AI and which is exactly what I'm doing, if you haven't noticed. So that's what would happen with me as I went through this exercise. I would find out there is way more commercial money-making possibilities with AI and marketing and business building than there is with lapidary. So that would be a no-brainer decision for me. But let's say, maybe on someone else's list, on your list, maybe you're great at lapidary too, and maybe it is the most commercially in-demand thing out of what's on your personal list. Does that make sense? Okay, so what I'd like to do, I'm gonna pause for a moment and take a quick check-in with chat, okay? Because I haven't been able to pay a lot of attention to chat, and so what I'd like to do now is I want to get your questions. Next step coming up is we're going to use AI to dig in and find out, can we be paid for our niche, And is it something that the world needs? We're going to use AI to do that. That's coming up next. First, I want to cover any questions about what we've gone over so far. So anything about your list of what you're good at, list of what you love, and how to do everything we've covered so far, pop those into the chat right now. And good question from Chala. Which AI tools are we going to use? Well, stay tuned. Hint, one of them is Buildy. So, of course, that's my tool, so I'm biased, but that we're going to use it. Cool. So any other questions about finding what you love or what you are good at? If you're confused at all, anything I've said so far doesn't quite make sense, you're not sure what you're supposed to do, please ask in the chat. I want to make sure that you keep moving and I get get you everything you need, okay? And I will remind you that this recording and the ebook that I just showed you, the one I've been showing you on the screen, this one here, this whole ebook I will make available to everyone who is in the challenge. So you must register for the Just 4 Hours challenge, and you must be there tomorrow. But if you're registered, I will make this available to you. I'm going to post all the links in our school community. So we have over here, actually, a bunch of people I need to approve in the school community. But so register, you go to just4hours.com. I think that is still pinned in the chat, but it's just the number 4hours.com. Come over here and register. You just put in your information down here and register. It is free. There is no charge for the ticket. And I will give you access to the school community and the ebooks and a bunch of bonuses. And we have 4 more days of training. You'll get it all for free. There's no price for the ticket. Just register there and you'll get the rest. Okay, let's go back to the Q&A. So I do see over here. Let's go here. See people talking about their niches. Natural health is one Sylvie's interested in. Which AI tool is going to build a generation of every single recording live stream? I'm not sure what that means. Devon, can I make a sales page for my ebook? Says Legal Precision. Absolutely. You'll be able to use Buildy to make your entire sales process and even collect credit card payments to for people to pay you for your ebook. Okay. Cool. Cool. And then Michael's asking about those who have an existing business. So Michael, if you've got an existing business you want to use this for, you'll be able to just start. So tomorrow we'll be getting started and you can just dive in and start. But today is for people who maybe aren't quite there yet. They aren't, either they're not certain, they're not confident in the niche that they are going into, or they're looking to maybe adjust it or tweak it. So if you already know your niche, you've got a business, you're all set and you'll be ready to go tomorrow. Okay. People are asking about what benefits are we going to get from Buildy? That's a good question from Michael. Yeah, I'll do that. I didn't want to make this too much like a commercial about Buildy, but I can do that. Ray is asking, how about getting federal government money? Is that a niche? Yeah, absolutely, that could be a niche. If you're good at it, if you know about it, if you like it, absolutely, that could be a niche. Lurch Davis says, can I use this to build or improve my friends' businesses? Well, we have an agency version that you can use to do that. That's but you would have to upgrade into our agency version. And inside Buildy, if you go to our pricing page, log into your account, go to your the page that lists the different levels, and you can request to talk to a sales rep about that. But you would need the agency version, and yes, you could do that. Here's a question from Kathy. Will the 4 days being requested? She's not available at the 2 p.m. tomorrow. So here's how it's going to work. Each day is going to be recorded and then made available for 24 hours. So I will be live at 2 p.m. Pacific every day. So you can hang out with me live, ask questions. The next 4 sessions are going to be in a private room. They're not going to be public. They'll be private. And we'll be hanging out together there. It will be recorded, and then it will be posted in our school community and available to everyone for 24 hours. When the 24 hours ticks down, then the next day training starts. So day 1 will be up, recorded, and available to you for 24 hours. Then day 2 starts. Then day 2 will be up for 24 hours. So you can watch it back on demand at your timing if the 2 o'clock time doesn't fit right for you. But it is a 1-day window, and then the recordings are taken down. And they'll all be posted in our school community that you're going to be invited to as soon as you join the challenge. Okay. Okay, cool. So someone's asking, so it's 2 o'clock every day. Every single day of the challenge is at 2 p.m. Pacific, which is 5 p.m. Eastern. That's for TDC marketing. And TDC says they're waiting for approval in the school group. So give me a second. I did notice there's a bunch of people waiting for approval. Let me do a quick round of approvals real fast. Okay, I'm just going to approve everyone who's applied. Let's see, approve. Wow, a lot of people requesting access to the school group. Awesome. Okay, everyone who had applied up till now has been approved. And again, you'll be invited to the school community. All you have to do is register for the workshop at just4hours.com, and you'll get an invite to the school community. I'll keep popping in there and approving people as we go. Let's keep going. So I want to make sure I get all these answered. Then we'll talk about Buildy. Cool. Legal Precision's asking about you're approved now, Legal. Everyone's approved. A lot of people talking about what niches they have. Juan has a good question. I love Buildy, but my question is, how is it compared to GHL? I would say, so for those not familiar, GHL, Go High Level, is a software tool that builds businesses. Buildy is easy for anyone. You do not have to be an expert. It is not confusing. It's very easy to use, as you will see as we go through the workshop. And that is by far the biggest deal. So you can do very complex and advanced marketing by just having a plain English conversation with Buildy. You don't need to go digging through all these different menus and know how to use it. You don't have to learn how to connect tools to make some other tools like GHL work. You have to kind of be a little bit technical, and you don't need to be technical, not even this much, to be able to use Buildy. Anyone, even if you're horrible at technology. In fact, I had a testimonial from someone just yesterday. They sent me a message. I'll read it to you. This is a great example. Hope they don't mind me reading their message, but let me find it. I sent it to Bill in there. Okay, this was from Kathleen. She said, "Hello, I've been building my site with your voice system." So that's the new voice experience. "I love that he calls me by my first name and positively supports my efforts. I have ADHD and am thankful for your efforts. I'm 65 and I learned the computer by trial and error." So there is someone who right now at 65 who is not a whiz with technology, who has ADHD and is winning and succeeding and building their business inside the Buildy platform and is super happy about it. So that's an example of what the main difference is it can do a lot of really advanced, very powerful marketing, build your business, build apps, build sales funnels, build stores, and you don't need to know anything about tech or marketing, and you can win with it. That's the main thing. Okay, cool. Legal Precision is asking about payment integrations in Buildy. So we're getting a lot of questions about Buildy. So yes, you can integrate a variety of ways to make payments. Stripe is the easiest out of all the integrations to make if you want to be able to accept payments, but you can try others. Here's a great one from TDC Marketing. "I created my first funnel and ebook, but haven't figured out the sales side." Well, the next 4 days, just attend the 4 days, bring your sales funnel into Buildy, and it will just get handled. You will have traffic going to your sales funnel before we're done at the end of the day 4. Okay. Cool. Would surf products make a good niche? It could. So it might. Yeah. If that is a niche that you like, or perhaps you're good at, you're interested in it, and then yeah, it could be it. And keep following along. I got more. We're going to do 2 more steps. So let me see. I got to quickly get through questions. A lot of questions about specific niches that I can't get to yet. I will come back to that. Everybody asking me about their specific niche. We'll take care of that in a minute. I'm going to give you a place where you can get support from me, and I will give you feedback on all of your niche ideas. So that's going to come in a minute. I want to finish the training, and then I'll give you a way to get personal support from me to help you validate your niche ideas. We'll do that in a little bit, okay? This is a good question. So Kathy's asking when you join. So make sure, Kathy's, how do we get the emails to attend, or how do we get the emails to join school? Go to just4hours.com and join. You'll get an email. It will have the links to go get into school. And then you'll be getting on our announcement list. So you get links every day to attend our daily sessions. So this is a question. What if you've never done much as far as work? Or you don't have much education and you didn't get into much of anything. That's a fair point. And I think, you don't have to be an expert. So if you don't have education in a topic, that's okay. If it's something you haven't done before, that's also okay. If you're in a situation like that, then pick something that you kind of like, or you're curious about. You want to be good at it and you're curious about it. You kind of like it. Could be something you've always wanted to do, but never have, and you want to learn about it. You could pick that. So if you're in a situation like that, where you're having a lot of trouble figuring out stuff to put on your list, think about things that you kind of like, or you're curious and you want to be good at. That would work too. Okay. So if you're in that situation, that's how I would pick it. Okay. Let's see. More questions. Is this recorded? Yes, it is recorded. I'll make sure the recording is available to everyone who joins the challenge. It'll be posted in our school community. You'll be invited. Just join the challenge at just4hours.com. It's free. I'll make sure you get the recordings. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Moon Dancer had to go. So, okay, hopefully I can catch up with you tomorrow, Moon Dancer, and you'll keep being invited to the sessions. Okay, cool. Here, a lot of questions about Buildy. Let me just try to fast forward before I go more into Buildy. Here, Sam says, I'm into my Go High Level, and it's so overwhelming. Yeah, it is. That's what I'm trying to solve, so that you have a way to build and market your business that's simple, not confusing, not overwhelming. That's simple. And that's what I think you'll see by the time you finish the 4 days with me. You'll see how simple it is for you to get real results. Okay. More Buildy questions. Can I watch the recordings in school, even if I'm in India? Yes. So as long as you join the challenge at just4hours.com, you'll be invited to watch those replays. They'll be put in school, including today's replay. I will put it in school after I get off the air. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Good question here. Is there something we can do to be running when the main training starts? We're doing it today. Okay. So you need to have chosen your niche market and ready to charge forward. That is the thing. And, for those of you, if you struggle picking a niche market, just pick one and charge forward. And this can be training. You can always go back and make another one. That's the beauty of Buildy. You could go through all 4 days with me, build the business, launch the business, and then you can change your mind and go do it again in a different niche. and it'll be easy. It'll be very easy to do. So don't stress too much about it, but that's what we can do to be prepared for tomorrow is pick a niche. Okay, somebody's like just happened to show up and notice our live broadcast. And what is this? Okay, this is a bonus day, a pre-training for a workshop. So in the next 4 days, I'm going to be showing up every day. I'll be spending an hour a day with you, and we're going to launch a business together. And by the end of the 4th day, your business will be launched. It'll have traffic coming in, and hopefully you'll have sales coming in the door in just 4 days at an hour a day. And you need to register at just4hours.com. Okay, I'm having a hard time keeping up with chat here. So I think I'm going to apologize for all of the people I'm missing the questions, but we will be here for like 4 hours just today if I answer all these questions, okay? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move on because I want to keep getting to the training. I have important steps to show you next. And then I'm going to invite you all to the school community. I'll make sure you get a copy of this recording, and I'm going to be available for the next day to help you with more questions, okay? We're going to do it in school. We're going to spin this off and continue the conversation over in our school community. So make sure you register for the workshop and go get in the school community. And we'll continue our conversation. I'll keep answering questions. I'll help you with your niche selections. I'll keep going after we get off the air today, okay? But you got to be part of the workshop in order to be eligible for that. Okay. So now, really quickly, I want to talk about Buildy because we're going to be using Buildy, and I want to quickly talk about it. Because there were so many questions. Let me just share my other screen here, and then I'm going to move into the training from today, okay? So that's Buildy. You can go to Buildy, that's BUILDY.ai to learn more about it. And what it is it handles every aspect of building and growing and scaling your business. From strategy to web design and all kinds of design to all the tech. So it builds apps, it builds websites, it builds sales funnels, it builds stores, anything you need to be in business, it will build for you. It does your marketing, including email marketing, social media marketing, paid advertising, search engine marketing, does it all. It also has voice agents, text agents that can do your customer service. That's called our operations manager, and a lot more. So there's a lot that it does. And the idea is that it makes it push button simple. And again, you can read all of this. If you want to learn more about what Buildy does, go to just buildy.ai, BUILDY.ai, and you can learn all about what it does. The cool thing is you can get a 10-day free trial. So when you sign up, this is what we're going to be using to do our challenge together. And you will get all of this. So you'll get a strategist, a designer, an engineer, a marketer, an operator to do your texts and text customer support and even voice support. Now, I recommend when you get your trial that you get the pro version. The pro version will have all of the features that we're going to use together active on that account. Now, remember, you have 10 days to test it out, try out, the product. You can cancel and you will not be charged, not even 1 penny if you cancel before the 10 days are up. But you will need an account in order to continue to do the training with me. Okay, full disclosure. And so that is the idea, is that I want this to be simple so that someone with no tech experience, with no marketing experience can actually launch and deploy a business in 4 hours or less. I've launched businesses on the platform in 1 hour. So there we go. And one thing I'm going to do too is I'm going to show you this. So here is a whole list of people who have been using Buildy to great success. So if you're curious, does it work? And are people getting results from it? And is it awesome? Well, this is a wall of people that Buildy is working for. Okay. So yes, it works. Yes, it does all of the crazy marketing stuff I'm talking about. Yes, it builds apps. Yes, it builds stores. It works. It's awesome. And you're going to have an account. You get to try it for 10 days. Okay, now back to our training. So by this time, you should have your list. And you have 3 lists that you have made. One is what you like or love. One is what you're good at, or people have told you that you're good at. The third list is now your niche list. And you're going to pull some stuff off those other 2 lists, and you're going to put it on your niche list. And you want this to be a smaller list, maybe 2 or 3 ideas. Now remember, for me, my example, I loved lapidary and I'm good at it. So that would be on my list. I love marketing, business building, and AI. Put that on my list. And so then I would take, so now I have 2 things on my niche list. I'm going to take those and I'm going to do some research, because we want to validate and see which one has the most chances of success as a business, as a commercial business. And so we're going to go do research. And the first place you can go is just Buildy. We can go right to Buildy and have it do this research for me. And we can have it also help us figure out exactly what our niche market is. So I'm going to share Buildy. I'm going to pull it up on screen, and I'll show you an example of how you can get Buildy to do this niche research for you. So this is live. I have no idea what Buildy's going to tell me. I think I have a decent idea of what it's going to pick. Here, let's go. I'll go with this here. Just refresh my page. I'll share it there. I'll turn on voice. Now I got to grab my other mic. I have 2 mics, one to talk to Buildy with and one to talk to you with. And I'll show you what you would do next. So once you have your Buildy account, you're going to log in. Here, I'll show this version. So you see it over here. I'm logged into Buildy, and I'm going to click Speak with Buildy. You see that right there? This is a brand new feature that we just released. It says, if I zoom here, I'll blow it up here real fast. But if you can see, it's like these colors right here that say Speak with Buildy. That's what we're going to click to start this up. And we're going to talk just in plain old language to Buildy. No crazy prompting, no special skills, just talk to Buildy. Here we go.
Hey there, Bill. I'm Buildy. I can help you build a website, run market research, set up marketing campaigns, and more. What are you working on?
Yeah, I need some help with market research. I'm thinking about going into the niche where I'm good at marketing, I'm good at building businesses, and I'm pretty knowledgeable about AI. And I'm trying to work out what my niche could be. I don't want to go into a really small niche. I don't want to go into like a big, broad niche. And I want to find out what's something that people would pay me for, and what kind of business could I start related to this? Could you do that research for me?
That's a solid combination. Marketing, business building, and AI is genuinely valuable right now. I'll have my team dig into that for you, looking at what niches are emerging at that intersection, what people are actually paying for, and what kind of business model would fit your project space is all set. We're already digging into that AI, marketing, and business building niche research for you. I'll keep you posted as things come in.
All right, so did you guys all hear Buildy, by the way? Hopefully you guys are hearing him.
Still there, Bill? Just checking in while the team works on your research.
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
While the team's working on this, I'm curious. Once we nail down your niche, do you have a sense of whether you'd want to offer done-for-you services, coaching, or consulting, or maybe something more productized like a course or a tool?
Like, I'm thinking maybe we could do a little bit of a course and then try to sell people services to help them implement.
That's a smart model. The course builds trust and brings people in, and the implementation services are where the real revenue is. It's sometimes called a course-to-client funnel, and it works really well when the person teaching genuinely knows how to get results, which sounds like your situation. The team is actively pulling market data together right now, by the way. Once we see what niches come back, we can think about how to position that offer specifically.
Okay, so you're actually doing research right now, like what, and going on the web and finding information for me. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. The team is out there pulling real market information together right now, looking at what's in demand, what people are paying for, and where the opportunity is at that intersection of your skills. It's not just me thinking out loud, there's actual research happening in the background. Looks like they're wrapping things up, so we should have results coming through pretty soon.
Okay, let's just go quiet for now and just come back to me when those results are ready.
The research is actually already in. Great timing. The strongest opportunity that came back is positioning yourself as an AI content system architect for B2B SaaS companies. Basically helping them build the systems and workflows that make AI content actually work, rather than just producing more mediocre output. The research shows there's a real gap there. Most buyers are paying for tools or generic content, but almost nobody is selling the system design layer that ties it all together. And B2B SaaS buyers pay well for that kind of thinking. That lines up
So
really
when you
nicely.
say SaaS, you're talking about people that have software companies, basically, right?
Exactly, software companies that sell their product on a subscription basis. So things like project management tools, CRM platforms, email marketing software, that kind of thing. They
Okay.
typically have.
So what if I want to go something that's a little bit more broad? What would you suggest?
The research actually surfaced two other strong options for that. One is working with boutique creative and marketing agencies, helping them rebuild their workflows with AI, which is a bigger and more varied market. The other is a fractional AI growth role for professional services firms like law firms, accounting firms, wealth managers, businesses that have money but no idea how to use AI for marketing.
Well, I kind of like this idea of helping agencies. So it's like a way to help marketing agencies modernize using AI. Is that right?
That's exactly it. These are small to mid-sized agencies that are genuinely worried about being disrupted by AI, and they need someone to come in, audit how they work, and rebuild their processes with AI tools so they can actually stay competitive. The research flagged that almost nobody is doing this well right now, so the competition is low, and the willingness to pay is high because the pain feels pretty urgent to them. That could be a
Oh,
really
wow.
strong fit for
I
your
like
skill
this
set.
one. I really like this one. So what would be the next steps? So what should we do now?
I'd say the next step is building out a positioning strategy and messaging framework specifically around this niche, so we get really clear on how you talk about what you do, who you're for, and why you're the right person for it. From there,
Okay.
we can
What do
build
you
you a
recommend?
website
So
that.
let's do that then. Let's do that. I'd like to go ahead with it.
Let's start with the positioning strategy and messaging framework. That's the foundation everything else builds on, and it'll make the website and any marketing way more effective once we have it nailed. The team is now working on a full positioning and messaging framework specifically for this AI agency modernization niche. They'll define exactly who you're talking to, what pain points to lead with, how to frame your offer, and what messaging angles are most likely to resonate with agency owners. This is the kind of work that typically takes a while to get right, so I want to make sure it's sharp before we move on to the website.
Okay,
I'll
cool.
let you
Well, I'll
know.
wait. So just let's go quiet right now and just come back once that research is done. Okay.
Sounds good. I'll come back to you as soon as it's ready.
Okay. I'm muting out Bildy now. So he tends to be very helpful. He'll continue offering advice, guiding me, steering me, and pulling information out of me needed to help me build my business. And you just do it in plain English. Okay. Now, we were digging into kind of a technical subject. So he's talking a little bit about AI technology, but for an average niche, he's not going to talk that technical. And so now he's helping me figure out what kind of branding should I have? What kind of maybe what should my name be? How should I speak to my potential customers? And then he's going to build my site for me and build my whole sales funnel. So that is the flow. So you can have a simple conversation with Buildy about your different niches. You just come into Buildy, you log in, you hit the speak with Buildy button, you talk to Buildy about what you're thinking about. You ask it to do market research, and it goes out and then it just does it. And then it will come back and give you ideas. If you don't like the ideas that he gives you, you tell him and you say, well, I don't really like these. Can we look at a different angle? And he'll keep doing research. He'll keep helping you refine your niche idea until you're ready to launch. And then he moves on to building your whole business and doing all your marketing. So that's the way it goes. And that is the first way we can take our list of ideas, go to Buildy, and talk to him about them one at a time to help make some decisions. And then you'll have to pick one of them. Once you have done this, you'll select one niche, and then that is what we're going to use tomorrow when we get started. Okay. And I'm going to show you a sneak peek, by the way, of what we're going to do tomorrow. So we're going to actually have
positioning strategy is done. The team has put together a full picture, a sharp positioning statement, a detailed profile of exactly who your ideal agency client is, the deep pain points they're experiencing, what they actually desire, and the key objections you'll need to handle in your messaging. The core angle that came back strongest is around turning agencies from feeling scared and behind into confidently AI-powered before their clients or competitors force it on them. A great next step from here would be building out a website that speaks directly to agency owners using this positioning, so you've got something to send people to when you start putting yourself out there.
All right, cool. Yeah, let's do that. I'd like you to build me a website, use all of the information you just learned about branding, make the website absolutely beautiful. And I want it to be a funnel, right? So I want there to be a way for me to get leads. I was thinking like a quiz funnel where we could offer a AI readiness report where we can have them answer a series of questions and then give them an AI powered report that helps guide them into their next action steps. And that could be our way of getting leads. Can you do that?
That's a really strong funnel concept. An AI readiness quiz that delivers a personalized report is exactly the kind of thing agency owners would actually engage with, and it naturally leads them into a conversation with you. Before I get the team started, I just want to check, do you have a business name in mind, or should the team come up with some options based on the positioning?
Yeah, why don't you, based on the positioning, you name it whatever you want. Let's just see what you come up with.
Perfect. I'll let the team get creative.
Oh, you still there, Buildy?
Ha, still here. Just about to get the team fired up on this.
All right, let's go. Get them started. Okay, so I've muted myself with Buildy.
The team is now building your full website. Brand name, homepage, quiz funnel, page, the whole thing. All grounded in the positioning strategy we just developed. This is a solid build, so it'll take a little while, but I'm personally making sure the design comes out premium, and the quiz funnel is set up to actually convert agency owners into leads.
Okay, cool. So, hey, Buildy, at this point, let's go quiet and we won't talk anymore until it's done. Okay, come back and let me know once the build is finished, and let's go quiet until then.
Sounds good. I'll come back the moment it's ready.
Okay, he likes to be very, very helpful. He would continue making suggestions about my marketing. He'd start planning out my next marketing campaigns. He would just keep on going, helping me build my business. So we're going to make him be quiet for a little while. And I saw somebody post that in the chat. Yes, Buildy is very helpful and very chatty, and he definitely is. So yes, that was Buildy talking to me and helping me do my research, and now it's launching my business. And so what we're going to do here, I'll just come back on here. We're going to go back to Buildy in just a moment. So I'll show you in a couple of minutes what he builds. So fingers crossed it looks nice. I hope he builds something that looks nice. And he's building out my website and my lead generation funnel so I can have a way to capture leads on my mailing list. That's what he's working on for me right now. But at this point, I hope you have some confidence on how to decide what to build with me tomorrow. Okay. So you want to go through this exercise, write down your lists, talk to Buildy, and try to get some confidence in which niche you want to pursue tomorrow. Okay. So that will be, that is the goal for you. That's your homework from today's session, is to first make sure you're registered, right? Go to just4hours.com, register for the free workshop, get your Buildy free trial, get into our school community, and then we kick it off tomorrow. And I'm going to be posting the replay, this video right here. This replay will get posted on school. I have some downloadable bonuses for, I'm going to share my slide deck with you so you can download that. And I'm going to be hanging out in the school group. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make the school group right now. So let me just go to school, and we'll pull it back up here. So here, I'll refresh. So I got 7 more people to approve. I'll do that in a minute. So I'm going to make a post here. Let's say build-a-thon pre-webinar bonuses and Q&A. Okay. So I'm making this post right now in school. Let me see. Do I have any images I can give it? Let's see. And we'll give it a minute to find some images. And I'm going to make this post in school. And what we're going to do is, on this post, I want you to get help from me. So there's so many people here right now and so much chat conversation. I won't be able to effectively help you with your niche ideas, because we'll have like 100+ niche ideas thrown in the chat. But what I can do is, over on school, I can follow up, and I'll put that there. Okay. And so what I'm going to put in here is, I'll put the replay from today, the downloadable slide deck, and I'll help you in the comments below with all your questions about picking a niche market. Okay, so I'm going to post this right now. So once you get approved for the school community and you get in there, then I can send here. You know what I'll do? I'll just send the link directly to it in the chat real quick. Give me a second. I'm gonna get the link that I can give you direct. Okay, let's see, I think that will do it. Yes. Okay, so I'll post that in the chat for you. And I will be answering questions here. It's not that I'm not going to answer questions. I just know there's no way I'm going to get them all. Okay, so that's where we go. Now, I'll remind you that you'll get an invite to the school community. You just need to register at just4hours.com. That is just the number 4hours.com. Go register. The ticket's free. You'll be invited to the school community, and then you can do all of your follow-up questions. I would love to help you personally with your niche selection. So go through the exercise. You definitely do that first. Do the exercise that I just went over. Then, if you have questions and you're unsure of what niche to go in, or you want to get my feedback, you can share it in the comments. So you would just come in right here, drop in a comment and say, hey, I'm interested in the natural healing niche for people over 50 who want to lose weight, right? What do you think? Just pop it in there. I will give you feedback personally on your niche market. Now, there's likely to be 100+ messages, so please bear with me while I try to get through it all. But I will be posting all of the feedback. Or if you have a question that I don't get answered today, you can pop it in here too. So we're going to continue this. This is how our workshop is going to take place. We're going to be doing our sessions each day, and then we're going to move over into school, and I will stay available. I'll be available to help you in the school community comments. And not just me, my whole team. Starting tomorrow, when my team comes back to work, they will also all be available to you. So you'll have some of the world's brightest minds in marketing and in entrepreneurship. They'll all be in school there to help answer all of your questions, okay? And we have some really smart community members. I see some of them in the chat right now that are super talented marketers and can help you too. So let's really build up the community experience as part of this workshop, okay? Now, I'm going to scroll back a little bit. There's been like lots of questions that I haven't been able to get to. And I'm going to try to answer as many of them as I can. But again, if I miss your questions, just go to school and pop it in on this thread that I just opened here, okay? And I see some here and there. I see Sylvie, Norma, Leo. Hello, guys. Awesome. One thing I will say too, I do recommend that you subscribe to me on YouTube would be the other recommendation. If you're not already subscribed, always tap the thumbs up wherever you're seeing this video at. But if you head over to YouTube and subscribe to my channel, that's also where I'm always putting out more free information. So I will be posting, we usually do at least new information, new help, new trainings, at least once a week. And I'm live here quite a bit too. So would love to see you on the channel, love to see you in school. And let's do a rapid fire of questions. Here's a question from Sylvie. Natural health is saturated, is what Bildy said. So ask Bildy a smaller sub niche besides, like, natural health is one of those big, broad niches. Because remember in my presentation that I did, let's go back to wherever it is here. If I share my screen, remember this diagram that was right here, right? So as you can see, natural health would be like this line out here. That's not what we want. We want to niche down a little bit. So it's natural health for who? For what? What specific topic or area are you trying to help them with, right? That's your niche. Natural health is a big, broad, general.
The site is live. The team named it ARCA, Latin for ARC. The idea being that you're carrying agencies safely through the AI storm. And it's built with a dark, premium look with electric teal accents. The kind of design that immediately signals you know what you're doing. You've got a full home page, an about page, a services page outlining both your done-for-you transformation offer and your group program, and the full AI readiness quiz funnel, where agency owners answer 8 questions, give you their contact details, and get a personalized AI readiness report generated just for them, with every lead automatically saved. A great next step would be to go take the quiz yourself end to end, so you can see exactly what your leads will experience and tweak anything that doesn't feel right.
Here, I'll talk to Bildy here. All right, Bildy, I see the site. I don't like the font that the headline is in. It looks a little weird. Can you redo the font and actually also make the homepage longer with more text copy and give me more images? I'd love to see images. I'd love to see some animation. Really go to town on expanding that homepage with images, animation, and try a different font for the headline, okay?
On it, the team is going to rework the headline font, expand the homepage significantly with more copy, images, and animations. The team is going into the homepage now to swap out the headline font for something bolder and more refined, and they're going to significantly build out the page with new sections, more copy, AI-generated visuals, and layered animations throughout. This is essentially a full homepage redesign on top of what's already there, so it'll take a little time to do it properly. I'll keep you posted as things progress, and I'll let you know as soon as it's ready for you to review.
All right, so let's go quiet again. No more talking until it's finished, and then let me know. Thanks.
Got it. I'll come back when it's done.
Okay, so now Buildy's off doing that. So let's get back to the presentation I was trying to show you. So yes, natural health is this big, broad one out here. So what you want to do is try to work out what is a sub niche that's not oversaturated. Because Buildy's right. I wouldn't advise you to go into the quote unquote natural health market. That's too big and broad. Bring it down, right? Maybe you're trying to help women over 50 with natural health. Or maybe you're trying to help men over 50 who want to lose weight, right? That might be with natural health, right? That might be an example of how you can bring that down into a smaller niche, but without going too tiny, okay? Cool, all right. So Jay Chrysler is asking about the pro version of Buildy. I think I missed an earlier comment, but so I recommend that you do go with the pro version of Buildy. That's the one that has all of the marketing features, okay? Also, the voice feature you see me using is new. That should be added to your plan. You should have access to the new voice feature. Okay, let's see here. AI Thompson says, the internet building a website in AI is snowballing. It's unbelievable how fast technology is advancing. I agree. It's nuts. What we've built here, and by the way, my younger son is actually the AI genius who has built this experience. I mean, we have a whole team, so I don't want to it's the whole team's, I should give them all credit, but it's his brainchild. Is this new version of Buildy that you see me using today. And yeah, I can brag him up. He's got a master's in machine learning and AI and has done amazing stuff. So we've been adding lots of new features. In fact, he's in a room off over there adding a new feature to all of your Buildy accounts that I hope to be able to tell you about tomorrow. So tomorrow you're going to learn about a whole new feature that is going to be unveiled, I hope, for the first time tomorrow, maybe the next day, depending on how things go. But yeah, it's advancing at a crazy fast pace. Okay. So Pete says, this is a lot like OpenClaw that I have. That's true. So those of you who don't know, OpenClaw is a very advanced, very, very powerful a set of AI agents, right? It can create essentially I'm trying to think how to explain this in a non-technical way. It's like a team of AIs that can help you do stuff. And OpenClaw has a lot of versatility to do a lot of things, but it does tend to be complicated and technical. So for an average person, OpenClaw is a little bit difficult. So that's exactly what we're building with Buildy, is something that is almost as powerful as OpenClaw, maybe not completely as powerful, but close. And it puts it in the hands of anyone who doesn't need to know technology. You won't need to install things. You don't need to learn anything tech-wise, and you could use Buildy. But OpenClaw is awesome. If you're very technical and you don't mind really getting your hands into code and into setups, then OpenClaw is pretty good. Okay. Sam says, I'd love to do what you're doing just now, but lack the proper knowledge. Oh, I think you mean the AI agency thing I was building. Yeah, well, that's the thing, is you have to pick the niche that's right for you, right? So this is why I am not a fan of people rushing into trendy, hot niches. And I see that's horrible advice, because what if it's a niche you don't care about, you don't know anything about? And even if you begin to get a little bit of success, you will burn out. I've seen it happen over and over and over. People burn out and then their business fails. Cool. good compliments from Sylvie. Thank you, Sylvie. And yeah, it's so my co-founders, a lot of people don't know this. My co-founders are my sons. So we have Dylan, who is the AI part of our business. And then we have Nick. Some of you know Nick he hangs out with me on YouTube on some of my shows and stuff. But Nick is actually the side of the business and finance side of our business. So that it works out really, really well. All three of us, we really complement each other, and I just love working with my boys. So yeah, and then I have my whole team, right? It's not just three of us. It is a whole team that many of you know that's behind what we're doing here. Cool. Norma asked for the school link. I think I put that in after you asked, Norma. But you will get a school invite as soon as you register, also at just4hours.com. So Greg says, I think I registered for the Build-a-thon. How can I make sure? Well, you go to, here, I'll pop it into the chat one more time. Let's just get the right link. It's just4hours.com. I'll pop that in there. You register there, and that's how you make sure that you're in. Jay Chrysler says, I think I'm registered. I've tried to sign up 3 times. Okay. Well, don't worry. As long as you've signed up at least once.
Completely overhauled, Bill. The headline font is now a beautiful, bold display serif that reads much better at large sizes, and the page is roughly 3 times longer than before, with a bunch of new sections. A scrolling stats ticker, a dramatic before and after transformation section, a who it's for section with agency type cards, a methodology section, and a 2-path offer teaser showing your course and done-for-you service side by side. The team also added real AI-generated photography throughout, plus parallax scrolling, staggered animations, hover effects.
Okay, so hey, Billy, I'll check it out. If we can, we'll be quiet for a minute while I go check out what was built. Thank you.
Here, take your time. I'm here whenever you're ready.
Okay, I'm going to hang up on Buildy. Okay, so here's the site that it built. So check that out. I love this line. This is great copy. The design is nice. Look at that. Look at the background image. See the scrolling effects. This is really good. And we got some nice images, nice effects. This is awesome. I really like this. Like it a lot. And then we have our assessment. So now there's a quiz. So someone could come through, answer this quiz. I'm just going to randomly select stuff. And then we can get a lead. So what Buildy just created is my entire website and my lead generation process. So I now have a quiz funnel. It's called the quiz funnel, if you've ever heard of that, where now I can collect data from my prospects, store it in my database, collect their name, their email address, their phone number if I want, store that in our database that Buildy stores it for you. And then I could send follow-up emails and get them to buy my products and services. So that was all built by Buildy while you guys were sitting here waiting with me. Right now, we're going to continue to use amazing tools like this, and I'm going to show you how to do this tomorrow on tomorrow's session. Tomorrow, we're going to take your niche idea and we're going to build it out into a powerful sales machine. That's what happens tomorrow. You will leave tomorrow with a completely launched website and sales funnel ready to go. You'll be ready to start getting leads coming in and a whole business that's launched, looks fantastic, and is published on the web, ready to be in business. So that's what we're doing together tomorrow. You'll do it in under an hour, and you'll have something that will be awesome. That's what we're going to be working on tomorrow. So cool. Cool. Let's see. I'm scrolling through. I know I missed questions. A lot of people excited about the workshop. Okay, so Craig says, I've registered, but I haven't gotten the 4 session links. Those come to you each day. So you should have gotten confirmation emails. So you should have gotten emails that came out and confirmed you, but you will get the links for each day as they happen. So tomorrow you'll be getting some reminders. You'll get I'm going to send you a 4-hour reminder. I'll send you an hour before reminder, and I'll send you a going live reminder. All of those emails will come out tomorrow, and they'll come from either me or my team, and they'll go right to your email inbox. And all of that will happen tomorrow. Okay. And then here, I am going to do a super quick, let me get a little bit of caffeine here. And then YouTube might do a quick ad break here as well. But we'll keep going with questions. I'm going to show you more of what's happening in Buildy. I'll go make sure that I approve everybody in school. But give me just a minute while I'm going to re-up some coffee here, and we'll continue. So we'll do that. So some of you are seeing YouTube ads now. I'm going to quickly re-up my coffee. I need some caffeine. Let's see, what time is it anyway? Oh boy, I've been on a while. Okay, well, I'm going to try to wrap this up here. And there's just so many questions. So we'll give a minute for YouTube to finish the ad break. I see more concerns about people who have registered and they're worried they're not going to get their emails. Don't worry, you will all get your emails. And I see people asking about getting into school again. Let me quickly get that link one more time. So here, I'll go into school and I will quickly approve some people. We have 12 people right now. Let me approve you all real fast. I can't keep up with the approvals. They're flooding in so fast. Okay, all of the approvals are done. So if you've applied to get into school, I got those handled for you now. I'll put the link in the chat one more time in case you don't have it to get directly to the post. That is that there. Let me get to the post. Okay, and just FYI, the bonuses are not there yet because I'm live, so I'm the one putting the bonuses up there, but they will appear on this post. So I'll pop that there. Boom. I just put the school link out, direct link to the post. And I will be over there, but I can't be in school at the same time I'm here live. So we'll go in there and I'll get you all your bonuses, your replay videos, and everything as soon as I get off the air. Okay. Cool. So here's a question from, looks like iGal. I hope I got your name right. Can I do digital leasing like Rank and Rent with Buildy? So you're talking about building sites and then leasing them to a business. For that, you would need our agency plan. So I would recommend when you get in, you can request to talk to sales about the agency plan and learn more about that. But that would be our agency plan. Cool. Good words from Michael. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. Michael is talking about natural health, maybe gut health. See, that's an example of niching down, right? So natural gut health, because gut health is something that's like a trending topic too. I just happen to know that as people are finding out how important the bacterial health of your gut and how having a healthy digestive tract is so important for cardiovascular health, for brain health, for weight loss, so it's a big trending topic. And I love that. I think that's a great example of how to take a big topic like natural health and then niche it down into like a medium-sized niche. Perfect example. Let's see. I see people trying to chat also in our live chat. That's another cool thing about school. Once we get the community going in school, you can chat with everybody over there. So you can, I'm seeing a lot of people getting advice from the community, making posts saying, hey, I'm thinking about doing X. Anybody have any feedback? So it's a great place to get feedback and help and socialize with all of the fellow builders that are in our Buildy community. So that's another thing. I really would like that this camaraderie that I'm seeing in the chat right now. I would love to see that continue over on school, where we all can hang out and socialize and help each other. So that'll be fantastic. Here's TM Kennedy. Happy Sunday. Buildy does have voice now. Pretty awesome, right? Cool. There's a question here. So as you saw on the screen, I launched a business, right? I built a website. All I have to do to make it live, I'll show you some questions about like, what would you do next? And I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves because this is what I'm going to show you tomorrow. So tomorrow, we're all going to build sites together and launch our sales funnels. But all I got to do is come up here, see publish and share. I just hit publish and I publish it. I hit the publish button and it's live for the world to see. And then it's really simple. We come over here and we can register a domain name. So we can say billsuperagency.com, search, and we'll find out there. My domain is available. I can buy my domain with one click, hit purchase. I now have my own personalized domain. I hit publish, it's live to the world, and my business is launched. That's how easy it is. But again, we're going to cover that in a lot of detail tomorrow. You will get launched. Your site will be live for the whole world to see tomorrow. Okay. Okay, let's keep going. I'm way behind on questions. Okay, let's see here. I'm still scrolling. Prosperous Buzz says, is his name Bill D? We should call him Bill D. But yeah, I just, so Buildy, however you want to pronounce it. Here is Mary. I'm thinking about the gardening world. I think there is a niche specifically for apartment dwellers who would really like to have plants inside and outside, but can't store supplies. Love that. Great niche. I love that. Here's another nice comment from Sylvie. Yes, it is nice to have a super brain. I got two super brains in the house with me. So we've turned my house into a founder's house. So, both my boys, as they went off to school and started their lives, they moved out and they're off doing their own thing. And then we founded Buildy together and they moved home. So they're back here with me. So they're here with my wife and I, and it's become we're a founder's house, right? So we're just like grinding away, working on Buildy all day, having conference calls, meeting in our conference room, which is our kitchen. And so it's great to have the three of us are now back together and building this business here together. It's pretty awesome. Cool. Okay. Great question. Do you need to know code to do AI? No, you don't need to know any tech, no coding, nothing technical. All you have to do is be willing to talk to Buildy in plain English. That's it. If you can describe what you want, Buildy can make it for you. And then if it doesn't get it right, you explain to it like, I didn't quite come out the way like you saw me do, right? I didn't like the fonts it used. So I told it, I don't like that font. Give me a better one. And it did, right? That's this one right here. Now I love it. Came out perfect. But I had to tell him in plain English what I wanted to change. Okay. There you go. So DBF says we should add hosting and a way to buy domain names. It's already done. It's exactly what we do. So Buildy hosts your site, and it does your search engine optimization as well, which is what I'll be teaching you on day, I don't remember if it's day 3 or day 4. We're going to show you how the site you build on Buildy will be highly optimized to rank in Google and to get AI tools like ChatGPT to recommend your website. So all of that is built in. The hosting, the domain name, the search engine optimization, writing articles, doing content, doing blogging, it's all built in. You don't need any other tools. I really mean that. You have your Buildy account, that's it. You don't need anything else. Okay. That is amazing, says Heidi. Yes, I agree. Mary also is thinking about the business consulting might be a good idea. That's a good niche too. Cool. Legal's asking, can I integrate an Indian payment gateway to the sites built on Buildy? Yes, it's a little bit more technical, but yes, you can integrate other payment gateways. So we work closely with Stripe. That's the easiest one, but you can also integrate a lot of other payment solutions. But it does become a little bit more technical. And our team will help you, by the way. So if you get stuck with something like that, like if you're trying to accomplish something that's highly technical and you're stuck, then jump on Zoom. Our VIP support, if you have a pro level account, they'll jump on Zoom with you. They'll walk you through how to do it, and they'll help you accomplish it. Okay. Is Buildy good for affiliate marketing? This is a question from Michelle. Absolutely. Think about it this way. If I want to try to go into a new niche and build a list and promote affiliate products, that used to take a lot of time and effort, and you'd have to have like 2 or 3 tools. Now you have a conversation with Buildy, and in under an hour, your entire affiliate marketing funnel is launched. You'll have your landing pages, you'll have your content, your sales pages, you'll build a list, promote affiliate products. You're launched in an hour. That's what we have with Buildy. So heck yes, is it useful for affiliate marketing? I'm already using it that way, and so should you. Anthony says, I love the new voice features, and I've used it for the last couple of days. Great job. Actually, I'll pass that on to Dylan. I think he wasn't sure when he first started building that on how that was gonna be received, but we're getting great feedback so far. Thank you for the compliment. Nice compliment from Wesley. I'm lucky to work with my family. You guys are, and the rest of your team are doing a great job. Thank you. Thank you, Wesley. So Mary says, you created an extrovert. Yeah, so I'm a bit of an introvert. You wouldn't know it with me on camera here right now, but in person, kind of a shy guy. I'm a bit, I'm the guy that kind of isn't super social in big gatherings and stuff. I can do it, but yeah, it's not my favorite thing. Both of my boys are that way. My wife is that way. And so we had to build someone to be an extrovert. So we made Buildy that way. Cool. Doria asks, is that too dark? I think talking about the design that we just came up with, which was this one here. So if you think it's too dark, you just tell Buildy, say, hey, I want a light design, not a dark design, and it will change it for you. That's it. I think the design is good. I think agencies would like a modern, dark look. I think that'll be just fine. But if you personally want a lighter look, you just tell Buildy that, and it will do it for you. Okay, let's see. Okay. So here is Antoinette. I'm a teacher and I've been brainstorming about what I can teach. What are your thoughts on a niche using AI in teaching or using platforms like Canvas to design online courses? Yeah, well, did you know you can design online courses with Buildy? Yeah, so there's that. But also, I think using AI in teaching is a great niche. I think teachers are really like trying to find the right ways to use AI. There's so many ways to use it, and not all of them are necessarily good. So I would speculate that would be a good niche. So I would encourage you, Antoinette, to go to Buildy. Make sure you get your account, get your free trial, choose the pro plan, and go ask it. Just turn on the voice mode and say, hey, Buildy, could you do market research for me to help me validate an idea? I want to teach other teachers how to use AI in their classrooms and in their teaching. Is that a good niche? What do you recommend? And let Buildy go do the research. He'll go crawl the web and extract a ton of information. He's not going to just guess, which is what a lot of other AI tools do. He's going to do it based on real research. And then he'll come back and tell you if that's a good idea. I personally think it is. No, wow. So Donna's already got a lead who come in through their Buildy AI business. That's fantastic. Question, does Buildy host courses? Yes, it does. Where in school can I find the things that you said you were posting? That I shared that link before. I think, do I still have it in my browser? I do. Boom, I put it in again. Donna's asking, or maybe stating that Buildy can host all this. Yes, Buildy hosts all of your stuff. You don't need to buy outside hosting. You don't have to buy outside domain names. You don't even have to buy outside email tools. It does everything and it hosts everything for you. So you don't even have to think about it. It just works. Okay. Norma's asking, where do we register for Buildy? It's just I'll put that in here, buildy.ai. That's BUILDY.ai. So you would sign up there. By the way, so when you get your free trial, you do have to put a credit card in. So when you go to BUILDY.ai, buildy.ai, when you go there, sign up, select your plan. Again, I recommend the pro plan for the training we're about to do together. Be sure you put in your credit card. If you leave before putting in your credit card, your account will not be complete. You won't be able to use it. Put your credit card in. You will not be charged, not even a penny. So you won't be charged anything today. Only after 10 days, then your subscription begins. So you have 10 full days to join the challenge, test it out, use all the features. And then if you don't like it, you don't think it's for you, you just cancel. And that's that. Okay. Yeah, great one from Kevin. So many awesome upgrades. Yeah, we have added, I want to say, at least 10 super powerful features to Buildy. And I did it as just a surprise, right? And we have a roadmap. We still have probably 10 more features on the roadmap that are being added to Buildy. And so up until now, I just keep adding more features, adding more stuff to make it more and more and more easy and powerful at the same time. At some point in the future, we will raise the price. So I do want you to know, if you get in now, you're locking in your price. So when I raise the price, which I'm probably going to do in about a month, our prices are probably going to double in about a month. But everyone who's in now gets to lock in the early pricing that we have right now. The prices will double. So if you come back in a month and you want to sign up, you might see that the prices have gone up dramatically. Okay. Okay, so this is, so Sylvie doesn't want to have Buildy leading her. So Buildy tends to make suggestions and he'll tend to give you advice and guidance and kind of prompt you to keep going. But Sylvie wants it to be the other way around. So all you would have to do is just use the chat mode. So you can still come over here and just like right here, I'll expand this a little bit. Where's my mouse? So over here, you can still come down and just chat with Buildy right here. And then you can guide him. You don't have to speak. You can just chat. If you don't want to talk, it's all good. Chat with him. And you can just tell him specifically what you want. And then you don't have to listen to him carry on about all of his recommendations. So that's how you would do that. Cool. Let's see here. So TM Kennedy says, I got my confirmation. I look forward to it. Awesome. Okay. Pete says, what time does it start? So each day is at 2 p.m. Pacific, which is 5 p.m. Eastern time. You'll have to do the calculations for your time zone. Cool. Awesome. So Michael is doing the agency business model using Buildy to build websites for businesses. That's fantastic. Sylvie says, thank you. Yeah, it's been going long. And oh man, there are so many. I can't keep up with all these questions. So there's no way I'm going to get all your questions. I'll apologize in advance. I'm scrolling through, just trying to grab some. This is AI Thompson, registered, locked, and ready. Awesome. Okay, cool. So Jay Chrysler says, I just realized that I don't have an autoresponder. So those who don't know what an autoresponder is, it's an email marketing tool to send marketing emails. Should I go sign up before tomorrow? So good news, Jay Chrysler. Watch this. If we go to our Manage tab in the project, you'll see there's a new feature. It says Marketing and Ads, especially if you have a Pro plan. So hopefully if you upgrade to a Pro plan, right here, you see email sequences. Look at that. So I can actually create email sequences. I can create broadcast emails. And look at this, under contacts, this project is new, so we have no contacts. All of our leads, every person who subscribes, every buyer who buys your product, they all go in your contact list right here. They're all sorted, kept track of. Buildy even keeps track of what they buy, what they say to you, and any information it learns about the contacts. It keeps track of it all for you. So you do not need any outside email marketing tool. It's built into Buildy, comes included. So go put away your credit card. Just make sure you get a Buildy Pro plan, and it's all already there. Okay, now let's see. Michael's asking, can you give an example of how the billing process works? I will on day 4. So for today, we've already gone almost 2 hours. I'm going to skip that today, Michael, but I will show that absolutely during our challenge on day 4 of the workshop. Okay. Norma says, I need to join Buildy. Yeah, cool. Norma, just go to buildy.ai and join there. Can I connect an AWS website to Buildy Voice Agent? Not right now. That's a question from Brandon. Yeah, not right now. Let's see. Here's a good question. Margaret asked, do I have any other children? No, just my 2 boys. So those are all the kids we've got. Oh, another good question. Is Buildy working only in English, or can I create stuff in Spanish? So I know that you can make your websites, your funnels, your emails, everything can be in almost any language. You do not have to only build English businesses with English pages and English emails. It can be in any language. I've never tried to speak to Buildy in another language. In the voice mode, I think it will. Let's ask it. Here, you know what? Uh-oh. Roxy's very excited about our other other languages. let's do this. I'm going to ask Buildy directly, and let's see what he says. I don't actually speak fluently in any other languages. I've studied a little bit of Spanish, and I took 2 years of German, but I cannot speak either one. But let's see what Buildy does.
Hey there, Bill. I'm Buildy. I can help you build a website, run market research, set up marketing campaigns, and more. What are you working on?
Yeah, I'm curious. Are you able to speak to me in German?
Ja, ich kann auf Deutsch mit dir sprechen. Sag mir einfach, womit ich dir helfen kann.
Awesome. Okay, now how about Spanish? Can you speak to me in Spanish?
Claro que sí. Puedo hablar contigo en español sin problema. ¿En qué puedo ayudarte hoy?
How about Japanese?
はい、日本語でも話せますよ。何かお手伝いできることはありますか?
And finally, how about Italian?
Sì, posso parlare in italiano. Dimmi pure come posso aiutarti oggi.
All right. I had no idea he was going to do that. That's pretty cool. So there you go. Buildy can talk to you in whatever your native language is. I have no idea how fluent he is. I'm not a good judge of that. You guys tell me how that sounded. Anybody speak Japanese, Italian, German, or Spanish? How did he do? Cool. So you can both talk to Buildy and build things in other languages. Yeah, here's another question about email. So 24 Chala, I think I answered that probably before you typed or after you typed this, but it comes with all of the email tools you need. No external email tools are needed. Okay. Cool. Can you do webinars in Buildy? So I can make slide decks, like the slide deck I was using earlier. This one, right? Where did it go? This one. This slide deck. So here it is. I have a control bar, so I can go back and forth. I also have a full screen bar, so I can do that. And then I can also control it with the arrow keys on my keyboard. So this presentation was made in Buildy. So yes, it can make your, got a weird thing with fonts there, but so yeah, it can make your slide decks like this. Somebody in Redondo Beach. So AI Thompson, thank you for tuning in. You're just down the street from me. Cool. Here's a good question. Does Buildy host videos? No, Buildy is not a video hosting service. So that is the one thing that you would use a tool like Vimeo, or you could host them on YouTube if you have videos you want to host. And there's a bunch of places you could put them. So that is an example of one thing. Buildy is not a video hosting tool, but there are so many of those that you could use. Cool. All right. So Milind Tamhang, sorry if I mispronounced that, but thank you for your nice feedback. Great. Yeah, I'm glad I got a chance to help get everybody started. Buildy's capable of full scale email marketing? Absolutely. Yes, it is. Am I considering other options besides Stripe? So Buildy will work with a whole bunch of different options, but Stripe is the easiest one to implement. So it will already work with others. And I am considering having our own built-in payment provider where we will process all your payments for you. Cool. Okay, cool. So Sam, I think, is gone now, but great feedback, and I'll see you in school. Cool. Awesome. Lots. Okay. At this point, I think I know I've missed a whole lot of questions, but what's most important is that everyone can decide what niche market you want to go into for tomorrow. And I hope you've got enough info for that. And at this point, I'm going to do a final round of Q&A, and I want to remind you what you need to do next to be ready for tomorrow. First, make a list of the things that you like or you love. Make another list of the things that you're good at or that other people have told you you're good at. Then pull things off of those lists to brainstorm up what you want your business to be about. You take that, you go to Buildy, like you saw me do, and you ask it to do research to help give you niche ideas. And you decide what you want your next business to be. And then tomorrow, we're going to begin building it. Okay? That's how it works. If you have questions, you're unsure, you're not confident in your choices, go to school. I've put the post, I've put it in the chat several times. Let me see if I can put it one more time. So make sure you save that link I'm putting in there now. Go to school, ask me your follow-up questions. So if I didn't see them in the chat, I didn't answer them while we were here live, put them in the school community, and I'll hang out there. I'll be going in there off and on. There's already a whole lot of questions in there, but I'm going to go in there off and on. I'm going to post the replay for today, so you'll be able to rewatch this. I'm going to post the link to the downloadable a slide deck, and I'll be in there hanging out to help you, okay? We're going to be hanging out in school together for the next 4 days. I'm going to give you a lot of stuff in there. It's going to be very interactive. And then also let me know how I did. Well, how was today's training? Drop in and let me know that too. You can pop that on that same thread. Just let me know if you got value out of today's training. So make sure you've registered at just4hours.com, and then make sure you show up tomorrow with your Buildy account. So again, it's a free trial. You do need to put your credit card in. You must put a credit card in order to get your free trial. You will not be charged. You'll have 10 days to use it. And then after that, the monthly subscriptions begin. Okay? That's how it works. So you can cancel. So if you use it for, we do the 4 days together, you finish the training with me, and you decide Buildy's not right for you, you simply cancel and you'll never be charged a dime. The training is free. Workshop is free. All the bonuses I'm going to give you are free. I just hope that you give Buildy a try and you like it and you become a customer. That's my sneaky agenda for all of this. But it's all free. Only if you get value from Buildy and you want to keep it, do you pay anything? So that's my big sneaky plan. And that's pretty much it. So I do look forward to hanging out with you all. I'll pop some of those links back in here for those who have not registered yet. What you'll want to do is go to just4hours.com. I'll pop that in there, just4hours.com. And for those who want to go to Buildy, let me get that in there. Copy, paste, boom. Okay. So yeah, at this point, the two requirements are register at just4hours.com, get your Buildy account, and show up tomorrow. And if you already know what your niche is, you're all set. You got everything you need. Otherwise, I'll help you pick your niche through tonight and into tomorrow morning. We'll be doing that. And that good. Nice feedback. So if Buildy's that good, it's not sneaky. There are a lot of people searching for something like this. Yeah, well, in my opinion, it's that good. So that's why I want to show you. I figure I'll demonstrate it. Rather than you having to just believe my promises, you get to try it for yourself and find out. Yeah. Cool. Let's see. So Norma's asking, is there a format I need to follow to research questions with Buildy? There's no format. You just have a conversation with him. That's what I recommend. Try out the voice feature. But if you want to type something in the chat, you don't want to use voice, I would probably say I would tell him, I am thinking about going into the following niche market. Paste your niche market in. I need you to do research to help guide me on the right niche and approach to start a business. And ask him to do research and give you feedback. All right, that's what you want to do, whether you do it in the chat or whether you do it on voice. And then he'll go out and do research. He'll give you recommendations, and then you chat back and forth with him about the results. If you want him to do more research, you can type and say, I don't agree with what you said. What about this? And you could say, what if we went into this niche? Or what if we went into from this angle? And just keep working with him until you come back with the idea that you like. Okay. Great question. Leslie says, can I make an affiliate site to promote building? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, you can totally do that. Here we go. Some great feedback from Conrad S. Buildy is fantastic. I've spent months building a project. Even with vibe coding, Buildy compressed that into a few hours. You will love Buildy. Thank you for that. That's awesome. So yeah, those of you who haven't yet experienced it, you'll find out that it's pretty darn awesome. And appreciate that, Conrad. Which, by the way, hey, Conrad, can you do me a favor and post that in school? Here, let me find you. I got to find you a link. Let's see, where is it? This one here. Let me get the link. Anybody here who's already used Buildy and is a fan, do me a huge favor. I just popped it into the chat. If you can drop your feedback there, that'd be awesome. Much appreciated. Oh, everybody's got lots of kind words today. Thank you, Wanda and Michael. Good question here. Is it possible to export your list from Buildy? Not yet, but we're talking about adding that in. Cool. All right. Well, with that, I think we're going to wrap it up. I'll let YouTube do a final ad break here. And then I will be hanging out with you guys in school. So I'll see you all over in school. And then I'll see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific. Don't forget, you have to register. Tomorrow's session is a private session. It's locked behind a whole registration process. You must register to show up tomorrow. Just go to just4hours.com and register there. And with that, I'll let YouTube do an ad break, and then I'll be wrapping up. So YouTube's doing ads for some people. And I'm going to finish my coffee. And so what I'll be doing, for those of you who are still here, good question from Sylvie. There will be a monthly fee for Buildy after the 10 days. That is correct. So you have choices. There's our Pro plan, which is the one I recommend. That one is, I think, $99 a month. But there are plans as little as $24 a month currently. So there is a monthly fee that occurs after your 10 days. That is correct. Cool. And then, yeah, you don't see ads. Yeah. YouTube doesn't show ads to everybody for some reason. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. Especially if you're on if you have YouTube Premium, it will never show you ads. But I have a button I can click to take a break, and then for the people that are eligible for ads, it shows it to them. And drooling on myself. But then everybody else just gets to watch me drink coffee. Oh, great question here. The monthly fees, Caroline is saying it's very much worth it. I agree. Question from Kathy. Yeah, there's a private classroom for tomorrow. And when you register, you'll be getting the link. So tomorrow you'll get bombarded with links. Okay. We're probably going to send you too many notifications, honestly, but you're going to get a 4-hour, a 1 hour, and a going live notification. There'll be emails. If you're in the US, you'll get an SMS from us probably as well. And it all kicks off tomorrow. At the same time, 2 p.m. Pacific in a private room. It won't be public. Cool. And here's a good question. So this is from Dawn. If I want to sell my own digital product and then have an affiliate link so others can promote, can I do that? Yes, you can. It is a little bit technical. You have to guide Buildy through what you want, but yes, that is possible. And in fact, I should do some training on that. I should, I'll do some training to show you how to do that. Cool. Medicinal mushroom extraction, a good niche. So you mean like picking wild mushrooms? I know there's, I've seen a couple of YouTube channels that have done really well in that niche. So I think that would be a good niche, but talk to Buildy about it a bit and see what he's got to say. Okay, cool. I can't help myself. I just keep answering questions. I'm going to do another break. I'll click the ad break. And then Norma says, where do we find the bonuses? They will all be in school. So all the bonuses will show up in school. So all the bonuses will be given to you inside school. So you're going to want to keep watching that, and then we'll be emailing them to you. So everyone who is registered for the workshop, you'll get emails, and they're going to all appear inside school. So that is that's what we'll be doing. Awesome. There we go. A lot of capability. Yeah, that is true. Thank you, Lyle. I think I pronounced your name right, I hope. Is marathon running a good niche? I would think so. So you're thinking like from the approach of, so what you're going to want to think about is that's an example of a big, broad niche. So you could say marathon running, right? But what aspect of marathon running? Is it like for new marathon runners who want to learn how to train, everything they need to prepare for their first marathon? Or is it something where it's like for existing marathon runners? And then like how, from what angle to existing marathon runners? Is it like to help them get even better? Or is it more about like products that they might be interested in related to marathon running? Or is it about exercise routines? Or is it, like, so you're going to want to think through how to go from this big, broad niche down to one a little smaller. Remember that Goldilocks zone I talked about? So not too broad, not too small, right in the middle. That's what we're looking for. Oh, good. And I pronounced your name right. That's good. Can other platforms and sites be integrated with Buildy? Yes. Yes, you can. So Buildy is a complete AI coding assistant. So it can code and create complete apps. It can build almost anything you can describe to it, including integrating with other outside tools. If you want to integrate with outside tools, it does become a little more technical, right? That's where it goes beyond just having a simple English talk with Buildy. You're going to have to get a little bit technical and into the details. If you're comfortable with that, then yes, it can integrate with lots of outside tools. Nice compliment from Caroline. Thank you. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, I think with that, we're going to wrap it. So I'm going to go hang out in school. I'll see you guys all over there, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye for now.